everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are Sarah and Nick, and these two are our little poppets, our little doggies, and we're on a quest to travel the world by van.
But we're not getting very far. We're supposed to be heading to northern Spain, but taking a wrong turn and we're actually going south down a very bumpy road.
But there's a reason for that, find out in our next video. But for today's video, we're actually taking you back in time. Now, we did a live stream not so long ago and we read back the comments and there was so many amazing questions. So we thought we just had to answer them.
So today we're taking you back in time to the beautiful beaches of Canos De Meca.
First question is from Buddy Insight, and they are asking, does van life feel like a holiday all the time, and do we drink more because of this?
Good question. Well, like a holiday, not really. Sometimes, occasionally it does, but we kind of work on the road, and with a holiday, I think that you can do what you want when you want. You know, you saved all year for it, you go off, so you just, you know, spend whatever you want, eat out, all that sort of thing.
Yeah, so we're constantly kind of on a budget, and as Nick says, we're working, and also hangovers are not fun in a very small van like ours.
Fran Price asks, what's our monthly budget? Now, to answer this, we've actually made a video describing in detail everything we spend during a month, so we'll link that here. Go and check it out. It's probably a lot less than you actually think.
Maraid Antonio asks, what's our favourite country we've travelled to even without a van?
So we've just got to watch our footing because we're treading through rock pools. This is a difficult question to answer really, because you know every country has different highlights, and you know when we travelled around Southeast Asia and then to Australia and New Zealand, so many beautiful places. Like Australia we're in a van, New Zealand we're in a station wagon, Fiji we were island hopping.
So we're mainly on boats.
And then Southeast Asia is absolutely stunning, you know, Malaysia, Thailand. I'd say one of my best experiences, or two of our best experiences, when we rented a kayak and just kayaked over to this island, camped on the island, no one else there.
Yeah, that was so cool. That was in Thailand. And then when we first went away, we went to China, was our first country, and that was just a whole crazy experience in itself, backpacking around China. So
some are more relaxing than others, some are a proper adventure.
You know, we've just had such great times all over Europe in the van. So it's just impossible to pick for me anyway.
So sorry for not answering your question, we did our best. Trish Canty asks, if Spain went into lockdown again, would we go back to our house?
Well, it just depends what type of lockdown. If it's a lockdown like it was before, then yes, because we would have to go back, because the police would probably approach us, ask us for our details, we'd say that we have a house, and they'd say you need to go back to it. So it really just
depends on the location. If we found somewhere like those lakes before where it was really easy to park up, you could just go to the little village. If it's like, you know, you're allowed to go to the shops, which you were.
If we were allowed, we would basically stay in the van as long as we were at a nice location. Otherwise, we would probably be forced to go back to the house. Let's just hope it doesn't happen.
Sim6699 asks, would we still buy a base in Spain? I think we would. We love Spain, you know, it's one of the cheapest countries in Europe.
Yeah.
The climate where we are is probably the best in Europe.
And
people are nice.
We just love the culture and the relaxed way of living here. And obviously the country itself is absolutely beautiful. Mountains, lakes, rivers, beautiful coastlines.
Stunning, absolutely stunning.
So yeah, I think we definitely would. Kate Broom has asked, do we miss the UK at all, and how long have we lived here in Spain?
Well, to be honest, don't really miss the UK that much. Miss family and friends. Do miss family and friends, and some of the culture.
We do miss the British culture, definitely, and that's pretty about it.
And it's being able to understand everything, because we speak Spanish but not fluently, and sometimes it's a good and a bad thing not being able to understand. But
and getting things done. Obviously, it's so laid back here sometimes that it's hard to get some things done. It's all mañana, isn't it?
Frustrating, a lot of paperwork and all that sort of thing. But
apart
generally,
apart from that, no, we do love the lifestyle, and it's so much more relaxed here.
And yeah, how long have we been here? Sarah, you've been here 20 years?
Over 20 years.
You know, and I've been here as long as I've been with Sarah. Dragged me over here. Terry Noel says we must go back to the UK to pick up a package. Thank you, yes.
Thank you, Terry. We haven't forgot. You have sent us the maple syrup and we can't wait to try it because, I mean, we haven't even ever had maple syrup. Believe it or not, I don't think I've ever had it. So that's very, very exciting.
Really looking forward to that. And we are hoping to go back in November, COVID permitting, because we've also got to pick up some other packages. Someone was kind enough to send us a year's supply of Marmite and crunchy onions, which is cool.
With some other things.
Yeah, and like vegan cookbook.
And then somebody's very kindly done a portrait of the boys of Dizzee and Charlie,
Which is
so that's
absolutely
really
awesome.
exciting. So we have got a few gifts in the UK waiting for us. So we're very excited.
Oh, and also someone offered us a Gaslow bottle, a refillable bottle, which would be awesome for our gas situation.
Yeah.
That was quite a while ago.
Yeah, we were supposed to pick it up when we were coming to the UK earlier this year, but yes, we are still coming. So if that's still available, we really would love to be able to still grab that if you've got that for us. So if you could just let us know, that would be brilliant.
Got a question from Flora and the Novice Explorers asking us if we had one album to choose to listen to for the rest of time, what would it be? And we're allowed one each. And then Jack of Trades asked what sort of music do we listen to on our trips, on our adventures. That's a tough one for one album. That's a tough one
because if you only could choose one album, you would soon get really fed up of it, and then it would be your least favourite album ever, and then you probably wouldn't listen to any music.
Yeah. So I mean, what music we listen to, we do like electronic music, grew up with that.
Yeah, so, a bit of house music.
And it's got more chilled out as we've got older.
Yeah. What music we listen to on our trips, it depends what mood we're in really, doesn't it? I mean, if we're feeling a bit tired and we've got driving to do, we'll listen to something a bit more beaty, a bit more doof doof. and then
if the landscape changes and you just want to put something chilled on, or put something else on. If I could choose an album, I'm just throwing out Faithless because I love Faithless from when I was younger. And the spectrum ranges from upbeat tempo, clubbing music to just chilled out, and he's got a cool voice.
So it really just does depend on our mood. We might listen to a bit of Bob Marley if we're driving along the coast. So a whole range, really is a whole range.
It's too hard to pick one, but thanks for the question. Sarah Howlett and Carrie Pugh have asked the same question, which is basically what one item must have would we have for the van? Yeah,
I'd say at the moment is our little fans. We've got a USB fan and our 12 volt fan and our USB fan, which are brilliant and have been lifesavers. We wouldn't have been able to like sort of work in the van or do anything or even sleep at night without them at the moment, would we? But we did make a video of 5 must-haves and 5 we could live without, so we'll link that in here.
And we're going to make another video 10 must-haves because I mean you can't pick one.
Yeah.
Mobile phone has to be, you know, your gadget for everything, but that's just in life, isn't it? Apologise in advance for this pronunciation, but per Arnie Sather from Norway, asked, have we had any issues with the total weight of the van because we carry so much stuff, and also any other general issues? Total weight, believe it or not, Vinny is actually underweight. We weighed him on the first trip, and he was just under, and that was carrying 2 bikes.
And the bike rack on top. So the bike rack and the 2 bikes were like an extra 50 kilos to what we've actually got right now. So, and we were still quite a bit under, weren't we?
Yeah. It's incredible really, a lot you can pack into that little van. You know, we carry 2 supboards now, scooter, longboard. We're not carrying the bikes this time, but it's amazing what you can get in. Yeah,
so we haven't weighed him recently, but the last time we did, like we say, he was fine.
And general issues, we've been so lucky. We have not really, we've had
touch wood.
We've had one puncture, one issue with the brakes while we've been away.
Just general wear and tear basically since we've had him, which is brilliant for a van his age, but like
don't want to jinx it.
Don't want to jinx it. Related to that question, kind of, Suzanne, Sim6699 and Tony Lee have asked, have we got any preferences for our next van, i.e. bigger or shower, that kind of thing?
Are we going to replace video? What van would we get?
Yeah.
Well, I think, yes, definitely it would be a bigger van. I think that would be not huge though, not huge.
Definitely
because,
not much bigger.
No.
But we would like definitely like a shower compartment, a small washroom, obviously with toilet in there. I think that was 100%. What else would we like?
Well, just a little bit more space, because it's generally when it's really hot, people have a tendency to get a little bit grouchy. The dogs get a little bit grouchy, believe it or not. Next question, Christopher Hall asked, have we ever turned back on a mountain pass? Basically in the Dolomites, Vinny was struggling going up and down all those steep hills.
Well, we never actually had to turn back because we didn't make it.
No.
We've got to go into first gear a few times.
And pull over.
And then just let him cool down or have a little break and then continue on. But we're more frightened about going down the hills rather than up, because the brakes, you know, you try and do it through the gears to slow them down, but we always get a bit smelly brakes, and we overheated the brakes one time. So, but yeah, he always gets up there eventually.
He always gets up, short hills, steep hills.
Even if it is like 10 miles an hour or something with a massive queue of cars behind us.
People walking, overtaking us. Bit embarrassing, but...
but he gets us there. Kevin Perks has asked, do we fancy going to Morocco in the winter?
Well, it's hard to think of the winter at the moment because it's like 35 plus every day, but yeah, we did actually. That's what we were going to do this winter.
That's what we're going to do. We
really
can't wait to go to Morocco, but given the current situation, Kevin, it looks like that we won't be able to go this winter. Morocco is still in quite a bad way at the moment because of COVID, and I just don't think it's actually going to be possible to travel there anytime soon, unfortunately.
But one day, because it's just across the water from us.
Yeah.
Literally. A couple of food questions for you now. Helen asked, does being veggie help being in the van in a hot climate, keeping food safe?
I'd say 100% yes it does, because we don't store any meat, we don't store any dairy, we don't have eggs. So it's only kind of veggies, you know, tofu and dry foods basically. Yeah. I mean, we do eat fish, but we don't store fish, fresh fish in the van, so we very rarely eat fish actually. So it's like 95%, 95% plant-based.
Do like a little bit of chocolate though, but then if you want to keep that, you can just put it in our little ice box.
Yeah, I mean the cooler it's perfectly fine for vegetables. These coolers that we have, it wouldn't be suitable for dairy products and meat products. You have to have a proper fridge, don't you? Especially when it's this hot.
Just keeps the veg fresh.
Yes.
Which is all we need. Keeping on the food related theme, Grotlek asks, how do we find cooking without an oven? Is there anything we can't cook? And Lady Godiva asks, can you do more cooking with that metal tin thingy? I think you mean the Omnia oven.
The Omnia oven, yes. We manage absolutely fine without an oven. When we have an oven, if we're in a house, we don't actually use the oven that much, to be honest with you.
We don't have hardly any ready meals, do we?
No, and with the Omnia oven and the
Ridge Monkey,
you can pretty much cook everything that you can do in an oven, can't you? I can't think of anything that you can't do. I mean, there must be something. Probably, I don't know. There must be something.
But between those two things,
you can manage.
You can pretty much cook everything.
With a bit of practice. And yes, we will be doing loads of Omnia recipes in the future. We just haven't really had time lately. I've only done literally a handful of things in there so far anyway, but we will be sharing a lot more on the channel soon. Okay, so the last few questions are actually doggy related questions, so it's save the best till last.
So, Hansworth Boys asks, have the dogs always been happy in their van?
No, they hate it really.
No, in the car, in the vehicles. When we first got the car, they were a little bit travel sick, puked up every time we went away. That only lasted a week or so.
Yeah, that was when they were puppies. They had quite a lot of travel sickness.
But in the van, so much happier in the van, so much happier. Charlie, you know, they can look out all the windows. We're constantly outside when we're on the road. Yeah,
they seem to love it as much as we do. And the change in sceneries and everything else what goes along with van life, I think it really suits these two. And they do seem happy all the time. Van Hippie has asked, do Dizzee and Charlie get jealous of each other?
Yeah, they do. They just kind of push in front of each other to try and get attention sometimes. I mean, generally they get on most of the time. Charlie gets a bit more jealous, can get a little bit grumpy with Dizzee.
There is sometimes odd growls. What are you doing? What are you annoying and things like that. But
Don't we all?
Not generally. I mean, if you're stuck with someone the whole time 24/7, you're going to get a little bit grouchy sometimes, aren't you? But yeah, sometimes when you'll go to say, yeah, call out Dizzee and he'll come over, and then Charlie will barge in front of him and kind of block him. So only a little bit, and it's actually quite cute.
But that's why 2 dogs is okay, because you both, you know, you can have one each to give attention to.
Yeah.
You have 3 or more, then you know.
Could be a little bit more difficult. The boys are exhausted after this question time, this long walk across the beach.
They've got a bit shy now the questions come to them. But yeah, Kernoak 555 asked, do we need to get passports for the dogs after Brexit?
Yes, we already have passports for the dogs, EU passports.
They're actually Spanish.
Yeah, they're actually
So
Spanish.
they're
They're
all
all
right.
right. It's us that might struggle. Yeah, I think it's going to be more difficult bringing the dogs in and out of the UK after Brexit. We don't know exactly the situation yet. It's obviously going to cost us more money, and so we'll just have to see what happens after the end of the year. This is another reason why we were so keen to come back to the UK this year, sort of pre-Brexit, so we could avoid all of these issues. Because also, like, we've got to think about our van insurance. We probably won't be insured anymore once Britain leaves the EU. So there's lots of kind of annoying things.
People have asked actually,
sure.
have we had any issues, you know, travelling around Europe with the dogs? And up until now, no. After Brexit, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, finally guys, we're nearly done with all the questions, and the next few are great questions, but we're actually going to make videos on them really soon, so we're not going to answer them in this one. So Vintage Vantix asks or requests us to tell you more about the supboards. Would we recommend them? We're going to do a review video from the lakes we're at, El Chorro Lakes, really soon.
Yeah,
So
we've already got most of the footage for that review video, and it's going to be a really fun, good video.
Stunning footage as well from there. Okay, Nick Cooper asks, are we going to make behind the scenes videos? They will be coming on Patreon if we ever start it. Papa getting it. Now we are planning to start it because we have so much footage.
We do have a plan to do kind of like a video about how we film and how we vlog, so it's kind of behind the scenes style video as well. So.
And then a few people have asked what drone and cameras we use. So that'll be what's in our camera bag video, showing you footage. That's a budget bag, by the way, in case you haven't guessed. A few other people have asked how we earn money on the road, how we make a living and carry on with this lifestyle. That'll be coming really soon, because that's a really common and popular question.
So thanks for all your questions, because you're just giving us so many ideas to what to make videos about, so it's brilliant.
Okay guys, I think that's it. I think we've covered most of the questions. If we haven't, we're sorry. We did our best. We did actually, as you can probably tell, go back through the live feed and read all the comments that you sent us.
As we always do, we always enjoy doing that.
So hope you enjoyed watching this video.
And we will see you all really soon for the next one.
Take care guys. See you in the next one.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Nick.
No you're not. You're Sarah, darling. Get him, Charlie, get him! Go, 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 go! Go! 1,